Alright, so let's see. What do we have here for today to play around with? Okay. So we got an off-road diesel truck. We got this guy. Nothing's too exciting as of yet. Haven't seen that before. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, nothing too insane popping up. I mean, some insane costs on some of these, but... Let's see if private sales maybe has something good to offer. Do need to buy a Grand Marshal. That wouldn't be so bad necessarily to go after that. We have an ETK 900 series drift already set up. Let's see. Let's go ahead and see it. We'll go ahead and see what we get here. I'm wondering if I can do what I want to do with the 900 series here, but... the other vertex here. And now we're stuck in traffic again. Looks like we got it over this way. All right, let's take a look at this ETK here. Let's see what we got. Some very interesting rear wheels, I guess is the best way to put it. Let's go ahead and do a test drive type of a deal here. Perfect little spot to try it out too. Well, now I gotta buy it. Blew out that tire, took the cap off the rim. Yeah, oops. And yeah, so that's kind of an issue, definitely. It seems that the ETK 900 mod is, the rear suspension is just weak. Super duper weak, so we're gonna end that. Go ahead, we'll drop that to the garage. That'll take care of an ETK 900 system in their series vehicle pair. Interesting. I never noticed that in park. It's just very odd with that, but that's okay. All right, let's head on back. Yep, right here. Getting caught in between and stuck and everything there. Let's see if we can find anything. Not like that. Okay, I was hoping to find a rear-wheel drive car easily that way, but majority of them are sold out now. Which again, I think this is going to be one of those. things are being goofy kind of things. Not finding anything in there. There we go. All right, so that updated. Perfect, perfect. Race cars, standards, stuff like that. Really want to do a build of something though, so I'll see what we can find here. Do you have a K series KC4 here? So I kind of want to do a build of a drift car. So I got one more free inventory slot. Let's just go ahead and purchase it. I'll bring it right on over here in a few moments, but in the meanwhile, go get us some more slots. Kind of cruise on up over here into that cul-de-sac and buy that one. More than enough money for sure to get that. That'll help with a few slots there. Take a look here, kind of a sit just perfectly. So this will give us another 5 slots for a little under half a mil. We'll do that. We'll go ahead and get ourselves this storage space too. Okay. There we go. I don't know why it's making me deliver to garage, even though I just bought it here in West Coast still, but do that. Set as favorite and retrieve. The capital Vertex car here. Oop. Going over a little bit of ways away here. Just so it's a bit more out of my way. We can work on this guy a little bit better. So let's go ahead and do an assessment of the performance, not for the Vertex. Oh my god. Oopsies. Wrong one. Do a performance assessment here. 4. This guy. Now it shows it up, right? Okay. See what this basic car can do. Which means for a 4-cylinder newer car, I think that's pretty alright. 13.24. Gonna make it a lot better though. Gonna be a nice drifter here in a moment. Alright, so let's take a look then. What do we need? Parts. Yeah, the Vertex just went and disappeared to the land of unknown, it looks like. First up, driver's seat. We'll go with racing seat there. I think gray will be okay. We'll kind of leave coloring of things alone for just a moment. And we can do... So we got a 3-liter inline 6 diesel engine tuned. 4-liter inline 6 diesel. Kind of gotta manage. Let's see. Don't want it to be too heavy. Let's do the tuned 3-liter inline 6. Which of course is gonna require a different fuel tank. There we go. With the stage 1 310 ECU to be put on there. Speed limiter delete. DS9 piggyback. Interesting. I'm not sure what that's supposed to do, but... Yes. What does it do? Yes. Okay, okay. That's something unique. Don't usually see stuff like that. Go with the ultra heavy duty block as well. That way we could just thrash this car around, beat on the motor and everything, and we shouldn't have to worry. Ultra heavy duty engine mounts. Let's go with a deleted diesel exhaust. Oh my gosh. Never mind. I think it's a little too loud. That was straight up clipping everything that I could see in my thing. So, very interesting. All right, let's see then. Dual exhaust tips. We can do sports. Do all that kind of different stuff. But I think hybrid turbocharger. Did it work? Yeah, it's there. Okay. It just doesn't show it like it normally would have that way. And use the CJD dry sump there. Do a customizable so we get a 7-speed, but we have a 7-speed sequential right here too. What about the 7-speed regular manual there? I think we'll be okay with that. And I'm gonna do a sport flywheel so we don't lose as much of the revs and everything, kind of help it hold a little bit better that way. I think standard gear ratio should be okay. We'll kind of get to mess with some of that, see how that looks after we take its little test drive. Do a custom lip on it too. Inching away as we build, so that carbon fiber beautiful lip deal. Not gonna worry about trim too much. Got all that good. do lightweight interior. So it should strip out some stuff, yes, but still leave it a bit comfy cozy in there. Remove the door glass, because I think that'll be a really nice little look here. There's some high intensity discharge headlights for this too here. Let's see, left headlight, there we are. HID. Perfect. I'm starting to see something that's got me a little bit confused. Interesting. Sportback. So yeah, I mean, I could look into that, but I think we'll go like this. Lightweight in the back as well. And got our quarter glasses lightweight right here. This one needs to be. Wait, racing trunk, we could do that. Might as well, right? Now we can go ahead and do some suspension here. I think we'll go with carbon ceramic brakes. We'll do that. Go ahead with the racing coilovers, that sort of situation here. Do a sport regular front sway bar there. And 17-inch. Let's see. 17 by 9. I think that's where we should be in the front. Got those Pro 2 wheels we can try looking at quick. They're black. Do the silver. They almost seem a little bit small, even with the race suspension on there. Makes sense. The vehicle is set up to be on 18s. We don't have them, do we? We do not. Okay. I'm gonna go with that. Go with the, let's do it the 550A front tires here. So 245, 45. I think that'll kind of fill it up a little bit in there, look a little good. Yeah, that's, I did want to change. Quick ratio drifting steering, we're gonna need that. And our hood, let's do a lightweight race hood as well. Okay, so that's front suspension. Rear suspension, rear disc brakes. We're gonna go with the HEV carbon ceramics again. Do a race limited slip, so I can adjust that a little bit better. And we'll do a final drive that's adjustable. We might as well do that while we're at it. And race rear shocks. Perfect. Rear springs. Do the race ones as well. That'll lower her down a bit more in the rear. Perfect. And this one, I want to do a racing rear sway bar, a little bit heavier for the rear. Now this is where we got to go and find 18 by 10. Let me get those. 17 by 9. Use the Pro 2 silver wheels. We're going to go ahead and throw that on there. And for our tires, we're going to go with some drift tires here. I'm curious to see how these actually work. So we got those guys, and I think that's it for drift rear tire. Yes. And this is also going to be a 245/45. So tire sizes match, tire types do not, but that is perfectly okay with me. I do lightweight doors too. I just thought about that. Oh, I think that changes the door paneling, or no? Does not look like it does. Okay. Do a lightweight door here as well then. Do a lightweight rear racing bumper. Ooh, camera just flew away. Perfect. Looks like front bumper can be lightweight as well. Lightweight wide body, that's what we got there, but I don't have this set up as a wide body currently. Well, I really could. And that goes a little bit more aggressive than I really want it to as well for this car. I want it to kind of be a little bit more undercovery, kind of a not so, this is what I am, you know, a little bit sleepery in a way. Just a little bit. We'll do the custom lip though. I had that on there already and it didn't put it back when I undid that, which is okay. Should be able to get, no, there isn't any lightweight stuff there. Okay. So I think we've gone through pretty much the majority of it as far as I can tell at least. Yes, everything's looking good. Oh, side skirts. Yes, let's do side skirts. Sport side skirts. Custom side skirts. We can kind of see how low it makes it feel. I think the custom side skirts do blend with the front though very well there. That rear bumper though, I really want to take a look. Is there anything more just flares I could add to, for the fender flares deal? That's about it. We'll put a race radiator in here as well. I supposedly have black intercooler somewhere, but I don't see anything of the sorts up in here. No. Okay. I think this will be a good start. Slide pretty good. to go and find one of the... Oh, no, that was mean. I was thinking he would get stuck with the traffic there, but he really got us good there. To repair, of course, too. They got us good. This thing is really good as it stands. And to pay, but I think we'll be okay with that. Tuning. That's where I wanted to go. I wanted to see if I can get it a little bit lower. Not sure. Let's see. We'll do 10 liters of oil. That's a little bit maybe excessive, but I think we're still pretty good there. Idle RPM, we can go like 800. I'm gonna go ahead and put this up a good bit. 0.12. And we want to raise the red line, basically, is what we can do here. Put an extra 500 RPM. Put an extra 4 pounds in there. 2 seconds after fire type of a deal there. Drop it down just a good little bit. Let's go ahead and apply that real quick. We can kind of see how that's doing. Good. And then I don't really have anything too great. Let's see, camber though. I think we can go big time tilting that on the rear here. Yeah, there's lots of options for that. That is 66%. Front, we're going to go ahead and just start that with 20%. Okay, there we go. We got a good bit. And then I do want to try wheel offset in the rear a little bit. And get that top to flush up a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. Be a little bit less, just a little bit. There we go. Beautiful. Let's see. Okay. Our front can probably come out just a little bit as well here, it looks like. Just a little bit. I'm trying to get these tires to be nice and flush up there. So that's what a DS9 piggyback does in this whole thing. Okay. Pretty fair. She's nice and low, that's pretty good. Let's see if I can get this one to work here. 57.61 for 3,200 credits. I mean, I don't think it was great because I did a couple spins there. Just save it there. Might have just put up too much camber on the rear side of things. Very good for a slow drifter though. Give this one a shot quick. Again, I went backwards. It just doesn't... I just don't understand it quite to myself. You're supposed to come through here, turning left, and then turn back around and come through this way. Lost some tail lights close too. Just a light bump to happen then, but... traffic a little bit there. That was their own fault, not mine. All right. Mild spin out there. That just keeps happening. I think maybe I have to adjust back some of that camber in the rear. I think that's what's happening, is just not got enough traction in the rear with it that way. Oh boy. Oops. Yeah, it feels like there isn't quite as much traction in the rear as I would like. Oh man, it's gonna raise by 0.33 this time. Ooh. Yeah, oopsie. Don't want to really be pushing it up anymore. We don't have money. We have no issues with that, but that would just make things a little bit more rough for us that way. So we'll kind of let them sit for the moment. Maybe take a look and see what we can do about our ETK 900 series here. I don't know why I have to deliver, but I'm going to do a deliver just to try to do that. Let's take out the scintilla, though. Set that as favorite. That works very well. And I don't remember if I've done an assessment of the performance. Yeah, I think I did. I think I have. Let's see. Yeah, I did a couple of those. So that's good. I don't know. Maybe. Let's go take it around the racetrack real quick. Be a little bit extreme for the racetrack, I think, but we'll run without the nitrous to help a little bit. What tires? Did I ever touch the tires? That's a good question. I think I did. Yeah, I did. Okay, take it nice and gently through here. Just fighting like crazy. Yeah, I do want to go through that underpass. I forgot about that for a split second there. Going through the tunnel here. It's going to be very fun because the tires are nice and cold. kind of like all four wheels slid onto the side that way. Gave us almost 6,200 credits, so that's something there. Down, it seems like really helps to the corners. I think it's the drag of the engine on the rear wheels that's causing the spinning to happen. The sliding. I haven't spun yet, but I could. Spin I was talking about. Tires are starting to get really toasty all of a sudden here. The brakes are feeding a lot of heat into them. That one was a 201.74, so hardly much faster because I think it's the brakes that are feeding a lot of heat into the tires really quick there, so that could definitely be fixed. See if I can get this to work or not. Probably not though, because it's stuck on a green light thing there again. Okay, drag pit lane maybe. So you can at least do some tuning. Take that up to like 45%. I think that'll be perfect. Nitrous is second gear yet. Starting to wonder if we have too much camber in the rear. It does look a little aggressive, I will admit. So, I mean, it has been upped, or from where it was before. Let's go 50% this time. We'll try that. I have to really go in and do live value tuning, so I'd have to take the car out to the garage and do it that way to really get it dialed in, but this is just based on what I can see, and I think that's part of the issue, is that the tires are cambered out so much, which looks great, but performance, well, don't always get them both, so. Alright, let's take a look now. That might be a little bit better. Do this for the fun of it too here. It works. No, I still don't. It's just broke, so. Let's see, take off these. Yeah. Go around this way. It should be over this way somewhere, I think. Didn't think it changed, but maybe it did. Okay, let's do this. First, we'll go through milestones. 200,000 in goods and services, 800 credits, 900 credits for 500,000, 500,000 on new vehicles for 300 credits, and 10 hours for 500 credits. That's pretty good. Double check nothing else pops in. Awesome. So we got APM challenges we could look into, but that's not the BMRA. Grid racing. Get these different guys. No. Let's see. Go to the map. That should bring them up for me. I think it's because I haven't unlocked it. Yeah, because I haven't done any of these other sections here. Let's see, Jeremy. Alright, well, hey, thank you as well for at least popping in. Every little bit matters to me. I appreciate it very much. I'll see you around for sure, though. Right. Perfect. So yeah, I would have to go and do some of the. I zoomed in over here, an accident. Let's see how we can. Anyway, I have to go and change vehicle and do a couple of those bits. I mean, for the episode side of things, maybe that's where I'll leave it, but I think what I'll do is I will take this van back over to cul-de-sac would probably be alright. Let's see, we got drift car here still busted up. Should I I suppose Gavril Vertex would really be about the only vehicle which needs to be repaired for some reason. Just do that. I don't know why. Why did it... What? It's repaired and spawned in, blew out the front wheels. They're both gone. The tires are gone in the rear. Interesting. Okay. So, we've seen that I repaired it. And in that one instance, I shouldn't have to, but I have to apparently. And then the downside is, the wheels are still going to be missing. So, I think really the only way to do anything with that is put that in storage, put it in storage, and then retrieve it again. Yes, there we go. Perfect. Let's see, so a little bit on the side, I guess I'll spend a little bit of time. Why did it put me in here? That's okay. Go ahead and park this on up over this side a little ways. Take him on out. Good old Gavril Vertex. Let's see, actually, probably should, just because we're going to do it, go cargo parts, and yeah, we got to take those out. So remove them in the back seats and in the trunk. Put in a big old subwoofer box if we wanted to. It's kind of crazy. Unfortunately, can't directly experience it as it would normally be, but it's okay. So we got our carpet, our headliners, everything like that, and then the back comes in and it's just emptied out. All right. Let's take a look at the map. And I guess, yeah, some of these are what we need to do. I have done every single time I've played career mode in episodes, but go ahead with the live stream and do it this time this way. We'll put it in manual mode without thinking. There we go. Let's change up the time of day a little bit here. There we are. Here we are. So we got our underglow going. Perfect. There, Vertex there. Let's see. Yeah, being weird again. Head down this way. Oh, I could buy this garage. I don't have this one right now. We might as well just do that real fast. And so right here. Got the spots and everything, you know, that gives us more space, so might as well. Took away my marker though, I noticed that. Let's say it's right over here. No, that's the drag race way. We're a little bit off there. Where was I again? Over here. I'm gonna have to go like this. Yes, that's where it is. I don't know why I didn't want to show up. Okay. Or it could be me. Alright, there we go. Head on over there, do that, at least get some vouchers, because we do need those. See anybody coming? Can I clip them through the door again? See, so it wants us to do, of course, the Bishop BX, but my vehicle we can also use the ETK 800, so it's kind of nice to give it the option at least for those two, but still being able to do this, yeah, kind of cheeky. Go ahead and run this up here. Did it again. I was thinking I'm gonna put it in sport mode, but it's actually manual mode. There we go. I think that's pretty good. We're only about 10 seconds-ish ahead, so I mean, not bad. Gets us a couple more vouchers to use up though. The money, $47.50, I mean, that's something. Definitely can use it, but in comparison to going to Italy and just running some missions, it's nothing. Missions. Running some deliveries, that's what I meant to say. Alright, let's run another one here. Of course, we gotta use our car for that. Looks like the music is all cut out, so probably gonna be calling it here real shortly. We'll gotta finish off these two that we got here first. Get up some vouchers for next episode. The car's not shifted up through that. Just about touched that barrier. That would have been more repairs. There we go. 49,766. It's not as far as ahead as the first one. Gosh, looking at it this way, car is sitting up so high. Definitely got to do something about that. 5,500 credits there. Not too bad, but now we're up to a total of 4 vouchers. That's the big thing to me. We get these vouchers going. That is awesome. Alright, one more. Let's go for it. A little bit of warmth into those tires in the rear. Maybe that right rear I noticed is pretty cool. Alright, so go to our car. We're going to do 3 laps on this one. Two-wheel slidey thing there. That was kind of spooky. I was thinking I was going to roll. last lap is our fastest one. Yep, 50.285 for total time of 1 lap. That's pretty good. It's a 6 vouchers now total. Must be getting a multiplayer now, which is awesome. Alright, so that might be it for what I have for career content, because I play too much. Might make up too much progress here. I won't win, I can drive in reverse quickly. I think I'm scared I'm back there. I figured since we're right here, we can also take a look at least, maybe even do buy this guy. Maybe even we will. Just drive all the way backwards here. Why not? Vertex is really good at handling, like, overall, when you build it up pretty good. This is 1 million, that's right, and it gives us the 15 more slots, so that's handy. I do wonder. Let's run back and forth real quick so that way I can... What do I have? If I go to Vehicle Marketplace really quick, I just want to take a look. Let's see. I have a total of 21 slots available now. And despite everything having just loaded up, we'll try it again, see if it refreshes. Private. There we go-ish. Got the yellow taxi cab. Honestly, I think an MD bus is what I want to buy, though, next. I mean, I already have an MD series, I should say, but to add in a bus would be nice. And to see if it actually works that way with the taxi stuff we can do as well. I think that's something I got to look into, but we got lots of nice slots ready to go, so I mean, that's going to be awesome. Going to be plenty more vehicles and builds and everything coming along. Getting all of the garages. If I need more money, I just go and sit in Italy for a couple of hours. I mean, that's honestly the best way to do it. Let's see, level 2 BMRA for 250, 10 repair claims for 300. Just a couple of scraps, basically, in comparison. I like where we're at with the money, though. 1,777,783 credits and 91 cents. Alrighty, everybody. I think that's where I'm gonna call it here. If you did enjoy, make sure to hit like and go take a look at some of my other playlists for BeamNG content. I have different playlists for different career things, the RLS seasons that I've done. We're on season 4 now, so it's kind of crazy to me to think 4 seasons gone through. And this one is just going insanely quick. Like if it gets too much, I might have to go and start playing with some hard mode. And honestly, even with hard mode, I think that might be not as challenging as I would think, just because Italy. But we'll see. Definitely, if you want to see more content like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But guys, again, I appreciate you too, and take care. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.